People of the internet, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Out of the Park Baseball 17 GM Mode Sim commentary for the Premier League Baseball and we're Brooklyn Atlantics. We are Brooklyn Atlantics. I'm F5 Penguin. You can find me all over the web at F5 Penguin, and it's opening day. In the last video, we talked about our strategy going into the season. Things looked like they were going to be pretty good, pretty well off. We're on a good little hot streak. We're still doing good, 7-3, but got some problems to deal with here. So let's first and foremost take a look at what we're dealing with as far as our final lineup was concerned once spring training ended and once we jumped into the actual season. So we have Leon Thierry, Estrada Rubenstein, and Bill Hopp. I called him up, and he seems to be doing quite well for us. Not so much. Got lit up a couple of times. Might have to make a substitution there. Then Kira's Wilson Glazer setup, Wilson secondary in closer, Glazer secondary middle relief. Thierry used more often lefty specialist. Garza used more often Alcala, normal, and long relief. Troy Thompson, and that's a call up because I'll explain that in just a moment. And then as far as the lineups are concerned here, they're all crazy, and that's because of injuries. But I ended up keeping on McCarty and Brady as expected, and basically used McFeeters and Folo in like tandem, and made a trade with Eric Newman as a trade, and I'll talk about that trade here in a second as well. So let's jump over to the menu and kind of see what we're staring at here. So here's what we got going on. Our budget's up. That doesn't matter. We made a trade. I wanted to get rid of Ciula. I thought better of keeping him around. His hitting was a little bit low. If we look at his numbers here, he's batting .215 for us for last season. That's not good enough. So we look at Eric Newman. Straight up trade. Eric Newman bat .285 last season for normal. And he ended up on Fargo, who's in division. So I went and traded for him straight up. Ciula for Newman. Newman's going to lead with Davies. That's our trade. And Ciula was mad he couldn't find a spot anyway. Brady's better off up in the major leagues. So this is all the balancing act to make this work, to make people not mad. That's our goal this season. So we did that. Then Zarnecki was injured in spring training, even though I only had him playing for one game and then one game for Brady and one game for Rawls. Zarnecki goes down because, of course, he does. Someone always has to go down. The owner wants me to be in the playoffs. We should be able to do that. And then opening day. And then Kurik's out for the season. Torn flexor tendon. Why can't my trainers be any useful? Like, this is insane. Every year it's a pitcher that gets injured for the season. And at the end of the season, like 16 guys get injured. So what are we looking at here? Let's look at our roster page. Kurik's is out. Zarnecki's out for 4 more days. Thank God we get him back. Philpott's out for 3 to 4 weeks. That's like a third of the season. Perdomo, who we kept up instead of anybody else, is out for 2 weeks. And then we got a couple of guys out in the minor leagues as well. So now we had to call up Keith Jordan. We got him up there. We got Josh Rawls up there. McKinley is playing a couple of positions now. You'll see he's playing third base. And we got Schneider backing him up. So it's just all over the place right now, and I'm stressed out from it. And luckily, we managed to go 7-3. If we look at our numbers here, we're selling out every single game so far. Up 51% season tickets. We're up 11 and 18% respectively, attendance and revenue per game. We are in good shape financially as long as we don't lose, and we're expected to make about $1.5 million in the bank, $800,000 this season alone. That's partially and mostly due to the season ticket revenue being double of what it was before. Now, granted, our gate will be a little bit lower, but if our capacity stays high, we should be in good shape. Let's look at the schedule and kind of see where we stat at here. So we go to June. We look through the spring training, and we actually did quite well. We put in a lot of players, backups and stuff, just to get everyone some playing time, make a couple of decisions. Nothing groundbreaking, right? So we made a couple of call-ups like Bill Hopp. But overall, we won the games we should have won. And with, you look at the Wichita game here, we had Rawls in, we had Shantz in, Ohala in, Hendricks in. Like, you look at the players, and they're all minor league players. So I'm not too surprised, not too stressed out about the losses. It is what it is. Our opening day game actually was canceled against Fargo due to rain. So we ended up going 7-4, 7-4, and 3-1 wins back-to-back doubleheader on Tuesday. Then flew immediately to Minnesota and won 4-3, and then got destroyed 13-2. It was terrible. We had Thierry in. He got killed. Alcala got killed. Garza got killed. Kurix got killed. It was overall bad game. I don't know what happened, especially because we won the first game. We shouldn't have lost the second game. And then we lost the third game against Minnesota as well, which was surprising. All 5 of these games, the opening games, by the way, were streamed on Beam, Beam.pro, and that was under the Starwood Jeff. I'm Jeff, the commissioner of the league. His Beam account streamed the opening games, at least for the box scores. So we got to see that kind of happen and take place live. Bill Hopp got the loss here, gave up 6 in 4 innings. I don't think that's going to be a good final solution. I really don't. I'll have to play with the lineup there for the starting pitchers. I don't know what to do. I called up Thompson to fill in for Kurix. Hopefully that's the best. And you look here, we won 7-3 versus Hillsborough, 4-1, 7-6 against Houston, 9-3 against Houston, and lost 2-0. So that loss there. Bill Hopp gets a second loss, gives up a run. Not that big of a deal. Pitches 7 innings were pretty good there. I'm happy with that. We just got to hit. We got to score. Having Zarnecki and Perdomo and Philpott out is kind of an issue, and probably attested to why we're doing so poorly. But that's where we stand. And where does that put us for the season? Well, we're 11th in runs scored, 6th in batting average. We are 8th in on-base percentage, 9th in home runs, 10th stolen bases, 10th runs against, 14th starters ERA, 8th bullpen ERA, 7th defensive efficiency. McCarty's hot. We know that's going into it. He's playing most of the time anyway. And this is where we sit. This is June. June's a half month, so it's kind of a short video. But we started off strong. We're tied for first in the division with Albany. We're in good shape. Got to get healthy. Got to come back from the DL here, get our players back on the field, and we should be good to make a run for the playoffs again. Hopefully, 2 years running. We'll see if we can do that. So leave your comments below, like and subscribe to the video. Check out the website in the description below for the PLB. You can check it out and get all your facts, scores, and figures and all that good stuff. And of course, you can follow me all over the web at F5Penguin. And check back for the next video. This is Out of the Park Baseball 17, the GM Mode Sim commentary for the Premier League Baseball and the Brooklyn Atlantics. I'll see you all in the next video where we go through July. On a positive note, we're doing things, all the things.